So here in this lecture we are going to learn about the structures in C programming, or basically structure in C. So before that we proceeding or start writing with the program, we basically have to understand this basically the structure in C. So structure is a group of variables of different data type or same or different data type that can be represented using a single name is called as a structure. So basically structure is a user defined data type or derived data type that can be derived from the basic data type of the C. So here we have to define the structure, and within the structure we have to define the variable, and that variable may be of same type or maybe different type, and all the variables are accessed using the structure name. So such is called as the structure in C. So in order to create the structure in C, we have to use the struct keyword, and within that we have to define the variables of the structure, and then we have to access those variables using the structure name, and then we have to define the variables of the structure. So basically structure here we have to simply understand here as the as we are using the system defined data type like int, char, float previous in the case, this is our user defined data type, and that can be derived data type, as we call it as derived data type because it is derived from the basic data type. So here I'm writing a comment entry like say structures in C programming, or similar like this way. Say I'm writing creating structure in C language, and C language, or maybe like this way. So sorry, and one more entry you can add over here is declaring structure in C. So first of all I need to include the header file. So here I write the syntax line for that, hash include, and that is stdio.h. Then after that here I'm going to declare the structure first. So before using the structure we must have to declare the structure first. So in order to declare the structure we have to use the struct keyword. So here is our struct keyword, and after that we have to give the structure name, and then within the curly bracket we have to define the variable of the structure. So what I'm doing here, sometimes we have to store the data of the student, like say student name, student ID, student age, or student class, or student address. Like these type of the data we have to store. So instead of declaring different variable of they are for this, we can create a structure for the student, and in which we can declare the related data of there. So what I'm doing here, I'm writing a structure name I'm giving here as say student, and the structure name is one, we can say that the identifier in the C. So we have to follow the same rules of giving the name of identifiers as we have done in the previous case. So here we are using student data as the name, and we have to start the curly bracket here, and within these curly bracket we have to define the data type. So I'm using say char, and here I'm using pointer type variable, and to that I'm giving say student underscore name as the data type to store the student name. Then here I'm using int, and here I'm using the variable say the roll underscore number, roll number, and that is to store the roll number of the student. And here I'm taking another variable say int, and to that I'm giving the name student underscore age. Okay, student underscore age. Now, so we have created the structure here, and in which we have defined the variable of type char, then two variable of type int. Now we have to use this structure. So far that I'm going to create another function, that is void main, and what I'm doing here in this, I'm declaring the variable of the structure. So in order to declare the variable of the structure, we have to use the struct keyword. Then we have to give the structure name, and the structure name is student data, and to this I'm giving the name as a stu. Okay, so I'm giving the name to this as structure, that is stu have given the name. Now I have to access the variable of the structure. So in order to access the variable of the structure, we have to use the dot operator. So how we have to use the dot operator? Here we have to give the structure variable name. Now here in our case, we have given the variable name of the structure as stu. Then we have to use the dot operator, and here we have to associate the variable to that. So, and to that I'm associating the first variable as stu underscore name, and to this I'm initializing equal to say a name, say Mohan. Okay, student Mohan, and to the roll number I'm using stu dot, and here in the roll number, say I'm assigning the value, say equal to 10 is the roll number of the student. Then stu dot age, student age, so here I'm assigning the value of 14 is the age of the student. Now what we have done, we have assigned the value to, now I would like to print the value of these. So here I write message for this printf, then here student name, then this symbol. So this is to be in the form of string, so have to use the %s format, and here I use \n to print in the new line. Then I have to give the reference of the variable whose value we want to display. So here we have to use the stu dot, then we have to give the name of the variable. It's like this way, and save it same way. I'm just going to copy it from here to here, so using control C function, sorry, command, and then we have to use control B, then one more time, and this time here I would like to display his roll number. So I write roll number, and it is in the format of integer, so %d format should be used, and here we have to use the variable reference as a roll number, and here we have to student age, and this is again the format is integer, so %d has to be used, and here we have to use the variable stu underscore age. Now we are almost done with the structure, so save your changes here and choose the C source file, and here I'm going to give the name as str struct. So save your program. Now after that, go to your execute menu, then choose compile and run. So our program is compiled without any error and without any warning. So it's displaying me output as a student name is equal to Mohan, student roll number is equal to 10, and student's age is equal to 14. So this way we have to declare the variables. Here we see this way we have to declare the variable, declare the structure, and we have assigned the data type or different variables to the structure, then we have access the variables using the dot operator, and here we have declared the variable structure, that is stu. So this is how we can create the structure and access the structure in C program. So how to input the data to the variables of the structure using the keyboard, that we will learn in the next video.